Hey, listener, what's up? Thank you for pressing play. This week on the Jock and Nerd podcast, we geek out over news about the Captain Marvel movie, the Star Wars movies slowing down and rethinking their plan, the Creed 2 trailer, Linda Hamilton on set for the next Terminator movie, and another Ninja Turtles reboot.
Somebody touch my spaghetti!
Plus, AMC's new subscription service may be better than MoviePass, and I have a huge geek boner over all the footage of the PS4 Spider-Man game from E3. Jock and Nerd. All that and more in this edition of the Jock and Nerd Weekly for Thursday, June 21st, 2018.
Check one. All right. This is for all you fans out there. Let's give it up. We're talking, we nerded. We're funny, disturbing. We're talking, we nerded. We're spoiler alert. Oh yeah. We're talking, we nerded. We're funny, disturbing. Oh yeah. I'm talking, we nerded. We're spoiler alert.
Oh, hello there. What's up, listener? How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to the Jock and Nerd podcast, giving you your weekly geek fix of comic book and superhero, TV and movie news, reviews, and whatever we choose. Jock and Nerd. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's the Nerd.
And he is the Rug Boy. What's up, Mr. Puppet Kingdom? That's always gets the show started on the right.
I didn't have anything in the chamber.
Right, positive energy.
I went to the easy play right there.
Mike Rips has created an audio clip that is just pure joy, and it'll last forever. If you are a new listener, thanks for checking us out. Make sure you visit our website to check out the show notes for this episode, jockandnerd.com/226. We'll have links to everything we talk about in this episode. And Anthony, do me a favor. For the new listener, does it say a new listener? I want you to give them something.
Oh, go on to Stitcher.com/premium. Type in nerd, and you're getting a free month of Stitcher Premium. Some awesome content on there.
Shit. Wow. That's amazing, Anthony.
My gift to the new listener. And the old listener.
What a generous jock. I didn't know jocks were that generous. I'm surprised.
I'm getting paid to do this, so.
Oh, that's right. Anyways, that code is good through September 2018. In case you're listening in the future, you may be shit out of luck, or it may be just enough time to grab this. All right, gang, let's get to the news. Got a lot of fun things to talk about.
The Jock and Nerd podcast.
Despite, this is kind of like the slow summer news time because
a little bit.
San Diego Comic-Con is under a month away.
So things are going to start to break soon, actually.
Things will start to break soon before then.
The storm.
Yeah, and then we always do our annual San Diego Comic-Con roundup. I'm super excited. I love doing those shows, and there's always you get great numbers.
There's
those
juicy
shows.
shit to talk about.
Oh my god! So in the meat, that's what San Diego Comic-Con definitely deserves the mic rips. Yeah,
we're gonna break that button.
We probably will. We may use it out. You may get tired of it, but let's talk about the MCU and not the movie that's coming out in a couple of weeks, Ant-Man and the Wasp, but the movie that's coming out after that next year, Captain Marvel, starring Brie Larson. They have signed their composer, and Marvel continues to make kind of huge breakthroughs in the movie industry. Captain Marvel not only has a female lead, not only is there a female co-writer director, Captain Marvel will now be scored by the female composer, Pinar Toprak, marking a major breakthrough. She is the first female composer to score a major comic book movie.
Wow, that just sounds weird.
Right?
I didn't realize that this is the first.
Yeah, it hasn't happened yet.
I mean, it's weird. They have directors, female directors all the time, but not composers? That's weird.
She's worked on Sci-Fi's Krypton show, which is the show about Superman's grandpappy. And she wrote a little bit of music for Justice League. So she started over there and jumped to the MCU, probably way better on this side. Anthony, do you think this gives Wonder Woman kind of a run for its money? Like they had female lead, female director, great. Oh, we're adding one more because we're Marvel.
I mean, Wonder Woman's always going to be the thought of as the first, just because of how the cultural impact. But and this is good. This is good too. I don't think this is a competition. I mean, it is, but I don't think it needs to be. It needs to be one versus the other. I think as long as Captain Marvel's good, this is good.
As long as the music's good and the directing is good, everything's good.
Yeah, it doesn't matter really who's recording. For me, it does. I mean, it shouldn't matter.
But it doesn't. It doesn't. Because look at Black Panther.
It does matter.
Ludwig Göransson with and he went to Africa and had amazing drums and incorporated that culture. Name. No, he's like a white dude. But then look at Thor Ragnarok, and you have kind of a Flash Gordon, Stranger Things synth soundtrack, and then you get Alan Silvestri returning for Avengers Infinity War with the classic score, and now you have Pinar Toprak, and I can't wait to see what her style is.
Hopefully, she makes an impression, because before Thor Ragnarok, a lot of these movies had very generic scores. So
yes, there was videos about why is all the music so boring on Marvel.
Right.
Doctor Strange too, I think, stands out now with that. Michael Giacchino had a unique soundtrack. So their soundtracks, much like their villains, they're getting better. The scores are getting better.
That's what you would hope. You make these movies and you keep making good ones, and they get better. So
this is how you
learn.
Improve
Learning
things.
is good.
Did you see that thing Brie Larson just said offhandedly, it was like an EW, and she's like, I love Captain Marvel. She can move planets.
Oh, shit.
And that one quote was just like taken out of context all over the internet, as the internet does.
I'm sure that some guy sat her down and was trying to explain how powerful she was and said, yeah, she's so powerful she can move planets. And that's just what she now is spitting back out.
Yeah. I mean, is anyone afraid that they're going to make, it's going to be like a Superman problem? She's so overpowered, it becomes boring. Because we just saw Thanos. So, how big of a threat is Thanos? If Thanos threw the moon at Tony Stark,
something that
she can move planets.
You know what the deal is? It's like none of these things in the Marvel movies seem to be overpowered.
Right.
Yeah.
There always seem to be a limit. Hulk has a limit.
Yeah.
Everybody has a limit.
They're smart to do that way.
Yeah.
I think it's Feige's been quoted as saying she is going to be the strongest Avenger. But I agree with Ruggs. I don't think they haven't ever made it so that you feel like someone can't be beat on screen.
I mean, in the comics universe, she is one of the most powerful beings in the whole Marvel universe. So I can't wait. I think that'll be great. Well, of course, we got Ant-Man and the Wasp before as a little palate cleanser, a little fun heist movie. Speaking of Marvel and Disney, a little update on the world's most expensive and slowest eBay auction ever for all of Fox properties. Last week we told you Comcast made an aggressive $65 billion bid, and Disney apparently must have been like, oh, that's cute, guys. That's cute, Comcast. Here you go. 71.3 billion, fuckers.
Oh, shit.
And what a weird number. They could have just went 70. We're going to know. Let's put this 1.3 in there just to show off.
They probably crunched the numbers and found this is the number they can't top. So this is what
right. Well, Comcast's bid was all cash. This is a combination of cash and stock. And a couple of things about this. The articles that are saying they accepted the offer. The word accepted in quotes is a little bit misleading. Basically, they're like, okay, that's the current bid. Shareholders of Fox still need to bid on this for it to be final. So in the meantime, Comcast or anyone can still put in a higher bid if they really want to.
I'm tallying up all my pennies right now.
Let's get a GoFundMe. Do you think they did this just to fuck with Disney and force them to spend another $20 billion?
It could be. It's a good business deal.
I mean, that could be the thing. I think Comcast legitimately does want some of these properties, though. I think they're looking to up their digital.
Yeah.
And this is a great way to do that.
Well, I mean, if other networks and content providers are paying attention, if they don't get it, you know Comcast, there's a buyer out there with billions of dollars.
I'm rooting for it selfishly to go to Disney.
Obviously, yes.
Although competition is good, I just want all my Marvel characters in one spot. That's all.
That would be nice, having a Fantastic Four and the X-Men.
It would make more sense.
But if it went to Comcast, it wouldn't be the worst thing, because competition. It's all things owned by Disney isn't good either. So,
there's going to be less places for creators to go to, less choices for consumers. Everything's coming from one place. And still, I continue to really feel bad about the people I don't think a lot of people are thinking about is everybody working at Fox. Imagine having a job and you don't know if your job's still going to be there in the next month or the next 6 months.
Start looking.
You better fucking fill out that again. I'm going to get back on that LinkedIn like TJ Miller and Deadpool 2. You got to get that shit working, because you may still be employed. They may cut your whole department. That's got to be a horrible feeling to be in that position. So hopefully something will come of this soon.
It might get swallowed up by Disney.
Right, but there's going to be a lot of redundant departments that they're not going to need two of these departments, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And either consolidate them or you cut.
Jobs will be lost.
Jobs will be lost. People are going to have major career changes. Moving on to Disney's other property, like Disney again, they are trying to balance the MCU and the Star Wars universe that they bought from Lucasfilm, and part of me feels like this is such a unique situation for them that they're not even sure how to balance these things. And the reason I say that is new reports have come out. Collider from an exclusive report basically saying insiders at Lucasfilm saying Disney is scrapping the Star Wars story standalone movies.
Oh, shit.
Here's the breakdown. They put holds on plans for more anthology movies. They want to focus on Episode 9 and the next trilogy coming out. So for fans of the Obi-Wan movie or the Boba Fett movie, I'm sorry, you are shit out of luck for the moment. More details came out that were very interesting. Lucasfilm wanted to move Solo, which had such a horrible box office performance. They wanted to move it to December because of all the issues. But Disney's like, no, fuck you. We will give you all the money you need to make this May date. But you're coming out in May, and we are not giving you any marketing.
Why did they have to stick to May? I don't
because
understand.
I think because Disney already had several other animated live action things planned for December. They were also like, we're not going to help you with the marketing because we're focusing on Avengers. Like, they didn't know how to handle marketing for both of these huge movies. The biggest, most telling thing of that there's major changes in Lucasfilm. Disney is done experimenting with new or unusual filmmakers and will go back to proven veteran talent who they know can handle big budget Star Wars production in an effort to prevent future production chaos, dramas, and firings. So, if you thought, yeah, I mean, there was a time where you could have made one or two movies and then boom, you got a Star Wars movie.
Oh, shit.
You just had to make one or two movies and you were it. Not
You
anymore.
just made one movie.
You might say in some cases, you didn't even make one whole movie. You were in the middle of making a movie and you got a Star Wars movie. I think, does this sound a little bit like another company we know, being Warner Brothers, DC?
Yeah.
Or are they making the moves that Warner Brothers should be making? Which way does this go?
Two ways.
It goes both ways.
As the non-Star Wars fan, I'll speak first. Two ways. I mean, you could either put this on Disney is really tightening things up and
Put their foot down.
well, then they're like, let's just focus on making one good movie.
Correct.
Episode 9. So that could be a positive, but then there also could be the negative of kind of just not being experimental anymore and really, the unproven directors and all that stuff, veteran talent. That could be a little disarming if you're now like, okay, we're not going to experiment at all.
We're going to have safe Star Wars
We're going to be
movies.
very, very safe now. Like that's not good either. So I don't know. But then I see in the notes that they denied this.
Well, according to ABC News, which is owned by Disney, Lucasfilm said that the report about the spin-offs is inaccurate, and there are still other Star Wars films that they're working on, aside from Rian Johnson's new trilogy and the Game of Thrones guys trilogy. They just
Collider
haven't
that originally
announced them.
reported this is a pretty credible site.
I
so.
think this is just damage control on Disney's part through ABC. Collider is those guys go on set visits. They always break news, and it's usually accurate. But it kind of makes sense, right, Ruggs? Like, they're freaking out. Do you think this is something Warner
I don't
Brothers
know.
should do?
There's a lot to unpack in this whole thing because you got people on Twitter saying it's all about toxic fandom and it's these fanboys, these angry male fanboys that
They chased that poor girl off Twitter.
and that they're the reason that nothing is working. But you take Anthony, who doesn't give a fuck, and he
Right.
doesn't like that movie either.
Yeah.
He's not even a fan. He doesn't
So
have any
it's not
he has no
working-
skin in the game. So
It's not working for either audience.
yeah, so somewhere there is a disconnect. I think that is, it's partly to do with people who are working on these movies who do not understand these movies and they're
Right.
doing them.
Right.
Or there's people who understand the movies perfectly and they're doing these fan servicey things, and like J.J. Abrams, because J.J. Abrams is a big Star Wars fan.
Right, yeah.
So he made the better of the Force Awakens, is the better of the
Correct.
movies. So, but these other guys that they hired, they have a lot of problems with, and Kathleen Kennedy doesn't know what she wants, and she's just not aware of what's going on in these movies until it's too late, and they have to reshoot everything. So there's a lot of problems that is not, you can't just pin on toxic fandom.
No, you can't. There's no, it doesn't seem like they have a plan for a trilogy or have this trilogy outlined. Say what you will about Lucas and the prequels. He gave us the original trilogies, and if anyone had a plan for these 9 movies, it was George Lucas. George Lucas always had a plan. And, Bilotti echoes this statement a lot. The prequels were as shitty as they were, at least he was like kind of introducing new concepts. It was his idea. This is his story. Did you guys know what his story idea was for the final trilogy?
It was Osmosis Jones.
What? Isn't that a video game?
No. Isn't that when the guy goes into the cellular system of the body?
Oh, you're close. You are a close
like Inner Space with
correct.
Martin Short.
Oh, that's a great movie. Here's what you get from an interview. It was in a book, I guess. They were talking to him, and he gives the most details he's ever given about what his idea was. Lucas says, the next 3 Star Wars films, we're going to get into the microbiotic world. There's this world of creatures that operate differently than we do. I call them the Wills, and the Wills are the ones who actually control the universe. They feed on the Force. He says if he had held on to the company, he could have done it, and then it would have been done. Of course, a lot of fans would have hated it, he said, just like they did Phantom Menace and everything, but at least the whole story from beginning to end would be told.
Well, it's his story.
Yes, it is his story. And
so it's fine. Even if it's shitty, it's his story.
They had midichlorians in the prequels explaining the Force, and now these things are beings that explain the universe, and it's kind of his scientific reason for like fate and destiny is kind of what he was doing with the Wills, right? But underneath all that weirdness, some of those themes are very similar to what we see in The Last Jedi. His idea was always about the ideas of fate and destiny, and can you make your own path despite the past, despite your lineage, despite who you're related to. And they did that in The Last Jedi by criticizing the Jedi Order, instead of him giving fate a face, which is like what the Wills would do. So some part of this was always going to happen in the next trilogy, even though if you
but that's a theme of Star Wars, period.
It is. Finding your path beyond your past. Deciding your fate.
Yeah.
Right?
Deciding what your fate is. That is.
There is no fate but what we make. No, that's Terminator 2.
Well, it applies here, too, I guess. Dude, Star Wars fans are nuts. Have you guys seen this website, RemakeTheLastJedi.com?
Oh, it's a thing, yeah.
Holy shit. No,
I have not.
Oh my God, they're raising money. If this website is correct, look, I'm just going to read the first paragraph. It says, this is a campaign to provide Disney an opportunity to course correct with the Star Wars franchise.
Oh my God.
The fans are completely divided, and the core goal of Star Wars has been abandoned. The goal is not to make one half of fandom happy over the other, is to make a film that the fandom in general as a whole enjoys. They're raising money to pay for this movie. This says total pledge. This can't be right. It says $48 million fucking dollars.
Oh shit!
No, that's not
pledge.
Right.
Click that link. Go to RemakeTheLastJedi.com.
No, I believe you that's not right. And if it is, there is a lot of fucking morons out there. Give your money to something else.
Yeah,
this is not being remade. You're an idiot.
I would love for this to happen.
What? You're telling me you were gonna get somebody to remake a Star Wars movie that was just made a fucking year ago?
I just would love for it to happen.
Who
is holding the $48 million right now? And that guy,
I don't know, but
whoever has that money is a fucking genius.
I don't think I think it's pledged money, like digital, like it's not actually pulled.
I will do it right.
Yeah,
this is it's not on the level of getting Trump elected. Like, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
But I want to see what the fuck.
There's a whole video where they explain what they do. They say the producers behind this have pledged to cover the budget. So the producers are going to play, but you can pledge an amount to have your voice heard. What the fuck? Would you just carry on with your lives, people? Yeah. You don't need to remake this movie. Find something else to spend your money. You know what? Give it to us on Patreon. Rugs.
Yeah, throw it this way.
Yeah, throw it this way. We'll get to that soon. We'll tell you how you can spend that money in better places. Rugs, though, I want to take a quick second. Rugs, how have you been enjoying your time on the Facebook?
Oh, yeah, I'm on Facebook.
Finally on the Facebook after saying for 2 years we needed to get you on the Facebook.
Yeah, I'm on there. I'm interacting. I'm interacting with people. I posted a call out to Mike Rips to record a new song.
That got me excited.
And he said he's do it. So
Good. He's
let's
down.
make that happen. I don't know how. What do we got to do? Send him a 40? I don't know. What do
I
we
don't
do?
know. Yeah, can I Postmates some weed over? Is that a thing?
Yeah, do something.
Look, if you're on Facebook and you want to hang out, interact with Rug Boy and our listeners, join our awesome Facebook group called the Jock and Nerd Nation. It is an exclusive closed group for our listeners, and we get new listeners every week. I like to welcome them on the show. This week, welcome Chris Larenas, Leandre MK Jr., Miguel Martinez, Neil Walker, Himanshu Pancha, and a couple of people that I'm not sure are real. Here's the next three names. You will not hear the recording stutter either, listener. This is what I'm saying. The next three names are Qasim, Priya, Bipana.
Oh, shit. Talking nerd.
And I'm pretty sure one of them is not a real person because in the photo of their profile, it says Facebook actress so-and-so, like right next to her. Like they just grabbed this actress's photo. But whatever, if you're a bot, you're AI. We love our new robotic AI overlords.
Isn't there a
You're
closed
welcome.
group? Like, don't they have to like send you a message?
No, I let them in. I accepted because I'm an idiot.
That you accepted, and if they ever post anything stupid,
You can just ban them.
Yeah.
So enjoin. Welcome.
That's how
welcome.
easy it is to join, folks.
Yes.
So these-
If you want,
This is not like velvet rope.
if you want the links to all the ways
This
to
is
contact
basically
us,
a turnstile.
just go to jockandnerd.com/contact. We'll let you in and we'll fucking kick you out just as quickly. It's
Yeah.
fine. Don't worry
Like
about it.
you can send Imran any name and he'll accept it. It could be Hugh Jasshole. It could be
Yes.
Hey, would you
huge
blow me?
Amanda hug and kiss. Amanda hug
Eileen
and kiss.
Dover.
From what I can tell with these new people joining the group, we're huge in India. So
Oh, shit.
I'm good with that.
Talking nerd.
India, represent. Where my brownies at? Okay, moving on to Anthony. I'm gonna let you start this one. We have a trailer for Creed 2.
Oh, shit.
Which made me like it made me immediately remember that I still haven't seen the first movie.
I know.
I'm an
dick.
asshole.
I was going to say, that was
You're a
my
dick.
first question.
So-
you haven't seen it? The Creed is Coogler's best movie.
Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan.
It's better than Black Panther.
Better.
Damn. Well, we've
Whoa.
Whoa,
What was that?
What was that?
That was
Was
the
that,
beginning.
was that the beginning of the end?
That was a drop. That was the beginning of the end of the universe. Yes.
I was going to
Yep.
say, was that like the next, was that the meteorite that killed the dinosaurs?
Yes,
It's back?
and the four horsemen of the apocalypse were
Yeah,
right behind
holy
that meteorite.
fuck, that
I
was
think
scary.
he was trying to watch the trailer.
Yeah, he
It was
was.
a little bit of the trailer, but look, what we should do is when this movie comes out, we'll just review both movies at once. We talked about Fruitvale Station, his first movie. Of course, we reviewed Black Panther, his second movie. We never reviewed his middle movie. Anyways, Anthony,
Yes.
what'd you think about this trailer?
Trailer's good. I have my doubts on this movie. I have to look up.
Really? Oh,
I do, because Ryan
shit.
Coogler's not doing it.
correct.
And although I love Rocky 4, it is probably one of the worst Rocky movies in terms of really getting away from the Rocky series and getting into the straight camp.
Right.
So to bring back Drago, I think this is his son that's going to be in it.
That was
is-
that was a great reveal, though.
It's exciting,
I was like,
but
holy
it's also this needs to be handled very, very carefully
Well-
because Creed was really good.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go too cartoony in
Right.
this next one.
Well, the things that happen even though the movie Rocky 4 is very cartoony and crazy, the things that happen are fucking really. The guy's dad dies,
That's true.
Yeah.
and like a lot of crazy shit happens.
Well,
in that
he's
movie,
got to
so-
avenge Apollo.
Yeah,
And I mean, that movie still had iconic scenes, Rocky 4, just the training
So that-
montage and everything. It was
it
great.
still has weight. It still has some
Yeah.
kind of weight to it, even though it is a fucking crazy cartoon.
The talent, yeah.
I was gonna say if the movie is about avenging, like from what it seems like, it's gonna be more than just avenging his dad, which is
Yeah.
what the first one kind of was. Is that it was more than just living up to his name. There's more to this, and if they can handle that and weave the Drago son character in this skillfully, then they've got another hit on. I like the trailer. The trailer was good.
Dude, I love that song. I got loyalty. Who's that? That's
That's
fucking
Kendrick
good.
Lamar.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's Kendrick?
You didn't know that?
Come on, man.
No, he's got loyalty inside his DNA. It's fucking
That's one of his big songs.
dope. The way it's edited to that is really awesome when he's on the speed bag and throughout the whole thing. I really enjoyed this trailer.
You got to watch part one.
I'm
You
going to
gotta-
watch part one. We're going to watch part two. We will review both movies at once this thing
Because,
comes out at the
I mean,
end of this year.
No, I'm not going to spoil it for you.
No, don't spoil it. Is the cast is awesome. I wanted to mention this one's directed by Stephen Caple Jr.
Yeah, that's a little. I don't know anything about Stephen Caple Jr., but I was a little sad to see Ryan Coogler.
He maybe just carry on the same style Coogler has, and kind of once he set the look. The writing credits on this are also very awesome. Chio Hodari Coker, who's showrunner for Luke Cage. Ryan Coogler helped write this, and Stallone helped write the characters and the screenplay. Pretty dope. Tessa Thompson, again, blown up. I mean, even Michael B. Jordan. They both got their multiple movies coming out this year, and really big movies. Tessa Thompson, just Westworld is wrapping up. She's great in that. Thor Ragnarok. Wow. Sylvester Stallone, Michael B. Jordan, Dolph Lundgren. We will see old-ass. Well, he looks pretty good. I've seen him on Arrow. Ivan Drago. And Victor Drago, played by Florian Munteanu. Felicia Rashad as the mom. I have to watch the first one and watch this one. It looks sick.
I just one more thing on this. It's also a little gimmicky that both of their sons are amazing boxers as well.
Yeah, but
we'll see how it goes. I like the trailer a lot, and the first one is really good. I can't believe you haven't seen it. Have I said that already?
Yes, I'm a dick. Somebody in this one, somebody beat the shit out of him in the beginning. I'm wondering what happened there. I thought that was kind of interesting.
There's a lot going on.
And I like how he has a baby now, just like Rocky had a baby, and when the movies went on, like there's a lot of cool parallels. I just hope it's not like all about Stallone too much. And
just watch Creed and shut up.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Rocky 4, like Rug Boy mentioned, although gimmicky, the stuff with Apollo is very relevant to how a lot of boxers are, where they're looking for that one last chance at glory when they probably should have
when it's too
retired.
Late. Yeah,
and
pushing themselves.
And they go up against the young buck, and it's a fucking slaughter this time of death. So
yeah, cool. I wonder if someone dies in this one. Probably not. I will watch the Creed.
Maybe Stallone will die.
Oh yeah, he's getting up there.
He tried to make you think he was going to do that in the last one.
And then finally, before we take a break, moving on to more people that have gotten older but are still badass in the characters they're playing. First set photos of Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor from Terminator 6.
Oh, shit.
Right.
What the fuck?
27 years. Look, this is 27
How old is she,
years
50-something?
Since Terminator 2. We are looking at this woman in some kind of armor, and I got to tell you, she looks kind of badass. She looks badass.
She didn't look so great like the last time I saw her in anything. And I was like, oh, she doesn't look like she could ever be Sarah Connor again. But
dude,
man, I'm fooled.
Yes, this is the Sarah Connor I want to find out about. Again, this is the movie directed by Tim Miller that's going to be a direct sequel to Terminator 2, ignoring Terminator 3 Salvation and Genesis.
Good.
Wisely. Because Genesis even started a new timeline, and they're just like, fuck all that. But the thing is, what I don't understand is at the end of Terminator 2, she thought it was over. Why is she still preparing? I guess we'll find out in the movie, right? James Cameron is producing. Anthony, what do you think of? It's two shots, but how does she look to you?
I don't care how she looks. It's more. I honestly didn't know that they were making a Terminator 6.
Oh, it's happening, coming out next year.
Terminator. But prior to Genesis, I was one of the biggest Terminator fans ever.
Yeah,
I love Terminator 1, Terminator 2. Salvation really cooled me on the whole franchise, and then Genesis is just not good. Fun, but not good. I didn't know they were making this. I am kind of wary about this.
Well, the weary part
I know that Tim Miller's did very well with Deadpool.
Yeah.
Cameron producing, that's good. But no one's asking for this. No one's asking for another Terminator film.
Correct.
If it is another time travel, like if they keep
it's
doing
gonna
that
be time
shtick,
travel. You know it's gonna be time travel.
But that's the wrong. Like you got to do something different. If you're gonna make another Terminator film and do the time travel, stop the world from ending thing, like that's we've seen that already 5 times.
So I think what they got to do here, and I think this is what they're trying to do, is maybe retire the older characters, hand the baton off to a new group of characters.
Isn't that what they tried to do in the last one?
Yes, and it did not work, but James Cameron was not producing.
Is Arnie going to be in this?
Yes, Arnold's in this. Linda Hamilton's in this. So this movie also features Mackenzie Davis as a soldier/assassin type, and Natalia Reyes, a newcomer, as a character named Danny Ramos, a young Mexican woman who finds herself being hunted by a new type of Terminator, who is going to be played by Gabriel Luna, who played Ghost Rider on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Geek boner.
So here is your thing, whether Arnold and the T-800 and Linda are going to help Danny Ramos fight Gabriel Luna's Terminator, and then she becomes the savior, and the next thing. And I just fucking remembered that they made John Connor a Terminator in Genesis and then gave it away in the commercial.
Oh, shit.
You pieces of shit. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
So I love Terminator. I'm still waiting for a third great Terminator movie. Maybe this could bring some of that back.
I don't know. Like, unless James Cameron's doing everything.
I like that he's producing at least.
The miracle of this is, like, the reason why this caught my attention is because Sarah Connor.
Yes.
I thought she was done. I thought there was no way Linda Hamilton could ever fucking get back into this role. And that just floored me when I saw that photo. I was like, holy shit, she's back.
Dude, I think it's great. Like, look at Michelle Pfeiffer playing Janet Van Dyne, like similar age, similar kind of older superhero character. Like, this movie has two 70-year-old leads in a Terminator movie. That is ballsy.
Oh, shit.
That is ballsy, my friend.
I got one more comment on Terminator.
Yeah.
The movie I always wanted to see was John Connor in the future being basically the Messiah. And we got that in Salvation, except it was done so shittily that we can't ever get that now, at least for a while.
But we did get a great clip.
We got great Christian Bale sound bites.
Yes.
We did get that. So that was worth it.
Fuck's sake, man, you're amateur.
I think Terminator 2 ended so perfectly.
Right.
And that whole movie was about there is no fate that what we make.
Yeah.
You know, and this isn't inevitable. We can stop this. And every movie since then has been like, no, that was a lie. It was always going to be inevitable.
Yeah.
So it's every time you make another Terminator film, you're basically taking away from T2 in terms of what that message was.
Wasn't that the ending? That was a great ending where she's in the car and she drives and he's just
happy.
The camera pulls back and the Judgment Day never happens. Everything's solved.
They
done,
stopped it.
Bada bing, bada boom.
It ends with Arnie's fucking thumb going in the magma.
So what happened? What did Miles Dyson have another arm that he wasn't telling anybody about that somebody finds? I don't know.
I think that the better idea is that Judgment Day always, like, the singularity does always happen where the machines become sentient and then want to fuck with it. Just happens in a different way.
Right.
I think the problem is they keep going back to the exact same way that it happens. I think they have to vary the ways that it happens.
I do like that Judgment Day is always going to happen. Like, you can't stop.
But then it happens, and then the plot is always we have to send back on the newest Terminator.
Yeah, it gets a little convoluted.
But we keep sending back Arnie.
Yeah.
And he somehow still wins.
How is he fighting those new-ass liquid metal Terminators? What the fuck? Look, James Cameron producing, I gotta imagine he's not going to give a stamp of approval on something that's shit for his baby Terminator. You mean he's the guy?
Wasn't he quoted as saying Genesis was good, though?
Well, yeah, and it was before the movie, but he wasn't producing it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's true.
I
That is a
didn't
good
hate
point.
Genesis. I just thought it was not that great.
It was a lot of fun.
It was fun, but a lot of it don't make sense.
Makes
That
no
don't
goddamn
make no
sense.
Yeah.
Here's my final question. We got Aliens versus Predator. We got that twice. Will we ever get Terminator?
I saw this note.
Yeah.
Just sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
We also got Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, right? Shit. There we go. Why can't we get a Terminator versus RoboCop?
Geek boner.
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I think that'd be awesome. I think the people that make Terminator, especially James Cameron, would never want to. I feel like they would lower themselves if they went to RoboCop.
yeah, I mean, it's hokey, it's gimmicky.
They would have to elevate RoboCop a lot.
I love RoboCop.
RoboCop's great.
Yeah.
The first one is fucking fantastic, but there is a general sense that RoboCop is more campy than
Would
Terminator.
you want him to? Would you want? So, which Terminator would you want to see fight which RoboCop?
Oh, Arnie versus fucking the
Arnie
old
versus
OG
Peter
RoboCop.
Weller.
Yeah, Peter Weller.
Yeah.
There's good comics out there that have done crossovers with those
there's
two.
Yeah, they did that.
The Terminator versus RoboCop comic books are very good. They're a lot of fun, and you're like, man, why can't somebody just make this into a movie?
I
Who
actually
cares?
just read another thing. I don't know why I was looking at this, but in development may potentially is Child's Play on Elm Street, which would be a Chucky Freddy crossover,
no.
which I think would be fucking bonkers.
Oh, but,
I think that'd be hilarious.
But Chucky,
I don't think I've ever seen a Child's Play movie.
me neither.
I loved
Honestly,
Freddy
have not.
versus Jason. I thought that was fucking
That
hilarious.
worked. Okay, it was
It
just
was
funny.
fun. It was
Yeah,
just fun
yeah.
horror.
Chucky is as tall as Rug Boy is. How is he fucking taking down Freddy?
Well, I think it's. I don't know. Well, I'm not going to get into the plot.
Does Chucky kick ass? Like, is he?
He kills people.
He kills people.
He's a doll that kills people.
Yeah.
You know what he looks like. I've never honestly watched the Child's Play
Yeah,
movie
it's not
either.
something I would watch.
not
No,
a thing
they're
I'm
they're
into.
they're campy as fuck. The first one is a little creepy.
Yeah.
But they become progressively closer and closer to Leprechaun.
The other thing with this Linda Hamilton and T6 ignoring all the other movies, like Halloween is doing the same thing now too.
They're doing a direct sequel to the
Yeah,
first one. Yeah.
and they got an old Jamie Lee Curtis coming back. Like this is the big trend. It's all about just ignore everything, bring
Ignore
everyone
the
back,
shit.
ignore the shit, bring the people back from the original. They're old, make them do shit, even though they're old. And with that, we're gonna take a quick break.
Make old people do shit again.
Make
Old people do
old
shit.
People, you're not done working yet, you bastards. Hang on to your canes. We're gonna work you till you can't work yet. We're gonna take a break. Play some promos. We'll be back with more news on the other side of this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
What's up, everybody? This is Mr. Throwback Thursday from the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast. Along with my co-host, Bill. Every Thursday, we bring you classic hip-hop.
Classic. Straight classic.
You know, all the good stuff, the stuff that you forgot about, the golden age, pre-golden age, back to the original era.
For all the pioneers, I'm going way back, way back, way back.
Each week, we bring you hip-hop headlines, so we let you know what's going on with your favorite artists from back in the day. We bring you Wu News. We dedicate an entire segment just to the Wu-Tang Clan every week.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
We bring you 2 records. One is a one and done. One is a record of the week. We give you an artist of the month. We give you all the classics.
Classic. Straight classic.
Come and check us out. Every week we're on iTunes, Stitcher, and at MrThrowbackThursday.com. And if you remember nothing else, always remember, new school stale, old school fresh.
If you're looking for a sports hosting show that gives you the flavor.
Tom Brady thrown for over 60,000 yards, the most playoff victories, the most Super Bowls, the most Super Bowl MVPs. He is not the greatest of all time.
That brings the energy. Shaq quote, "The earth is flat." Close quote.
The earth is round.
That isn't about
This or that. It ain't this or that. Charles Barkley, 1994. You stole 2 home games in the Western Conference semifinals against the Rockets. Your team blows it in 7. 1 year later, up 3 games to 1. 2 games at home, and you blow that too.
Then you've come to the right place.
I am that man, your man, the illustrious tour guide Cole Johnson. Cole Sports!
On Cole Sports with the Z.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Taylor Gray, the voice of Ezra Bridger on Star Wars Rebels, and you're listening to the Jock and Nerd podcast.
Listener, thank you for tuning into the show every week. We appreciate everyone who presses play. If you enjoy the show and you want to support us, you want to give back, and you want more show, just join our fan club, Jock and Nerd. Visit jockandnerd.com/Patreon, where you get lots of bonus perks, fresh perks, like bonus
Fresh
content.
perks.
Fresh perked bonus content in a fresh perked RSS feed exclusive just for you. It's a whole nother podcast just for our supporters, and there's a bunch of other shit. Stickers, t-shirts. Check it out, jockandnerd.com/Patreon. Continuing with the movie news. Paramount wants to reboot the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles again.
Oh, shit.
They have a writer, this guy worked on the movie Bad Words. I don't know who this is. Andrew Dodge, the writer behind the Jason Bateman comedy Bad Words, to pen the script. Michael Bay, Andrew Form, and Brad Fuller will be producing. So this is weird because first of all, they rebooted it in 2014.
Right.
And then, like 2 years ago, Out of the Shadows, the second movie came out. So they wanted to reboot it with a third movie with like the same creative, but different cast and writers. Like, is Megan Fox out? You're recasting this? Will this be mocapped? Will it be another origin story? Does this even need to happen? Ruggs, what do you think?
This does not need to happen.
It's unnecessary, of course.
They've already tried to do it, like with the big budget and the Michael Bay and the explosions and the shit like that. And, it didn't catch the world on fire. I think they might make a pivot to try and sell more toys and make it more kiddie. That's my guess. And they're not going to go in the direction of let's make it like the comics.
That's where I want it to go.
Which would be cool to get back to the comics, but because the comics were weird and cool and dark, and they had like different universes, and they went in outer space and shit.
I would love to see the gritty, take it a little bit more serious. Anthony, this is a pretty, it's a good franchise. It's a money-making franchise. The highest one is the 2014 reboot, made $191 million. Domestic.
Yep.
Out of the Shadows didn't even break 100 million. 82 million. But the original 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, still second highest at 135. Do you think this franchise still has legs and is rebooting it the right thing to do right now?
I mean, does it still have legs? Sort of. Rebooting it is not the right move.
In what way could you make this relevant, Anthony?
Yeah, how would we reboot this? I would get rid of the fucking noses on those turtles, first of all.
Honestly, I think you got to just rebuild it from the ground up. Maybe make a solid TV show. Like I don't think making the movie. I know making the movie has the highest profit margins, but I think you got to start building the fan base back up. Most of these people, I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love the first one. I own the first three.
I love those original ones.
I love those ones. The comic, I know I wasn't coherent enough to appreciate the comics, but it's just too soon. Like, this isn't for me. How the failures of Hollywood not being creative.
Yeah.
Like, why are we going back to this well so quickly?
Yeah, they need to space it out.
I don't know.
Just trying to just burn up any IP that they can.
Right.
The only way that I could see is this being relevant.
Yeah.
Like, if they're not going to stick to the comics. All right. You do something. The greatest thing that the Ninja Turtles have, and that they haven't really tapped into, is the whole mysticism of the ninja, and and Splinter's teaching them how to be teenage boys and how to deal with life and how to kind of focus their anger and
like
focus
Mr. Miyagi Karate Kid it a little bit. I like this. I like that.
So it could be something that like young boys or young girls or whatever would use to kind of give them like some kind of a moral like kung fu. Like it was a great series that would kind of tell you how to deal with life through like this ancient mysticism,
but then still had kick-ass action scenes.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
but that would be great but they're not going to do that. That's like way too heavy for them to tackle. They want to sell toys. But
look, the toys. I think the toys have always been selling since the late '80s, since they came out, and they've had great cartoons. Like the Nickelodeon cartoons, actually not that bad. And then there's a new one, so the kids are getting these on the small screen. How much more toy friendly can they fucking make it? Make it darker. Let me see some of the ninja mythology. Like Rugg said, take it a little bit more serious. The mocap part I was actually okay with because they kind of looked all right. They were really big, but
they didn't need to be like Hulks. You know?
No, they're maybe a little bit too big. Like I never imagined them that big. And of course, I myself came from the comic books. That's where I first learned, and I love the black and white fucking gritty ninja. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic books. Have yet to see that. Only in the 2007 animated CG movie. I think that got the closest to that. And so yeah, you know what? Paramount has a lot of toy IP. Like they have all the Hasbro shit. They got fucking the G.I. Joe and Transformers. Like they could do like a crazy mass shared crossover thing with all these toys. Imagine like a Ninja Turtles and Transformers and G.I. Joe movie.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
It would be strange.
It would probably be really bad too. I don't know how you do that.
There's a thought that when you have to cross over, then you're desperate and you really don't have any good ideas.
And that came up when we were talking about AVP, because what movie, didn't you tell me so? What movie was it like when we cross over, we are out of ideas?
I think that was Alien.
It was, wasn't it? It was
Cameron
AVP.
saying that.
Yeah. And that's kind of, but it doesn't have to be that if it's handled well. Anyways, maybe we'll see it in the theater. Speaking of theaters, you guys like to go to the movies, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
You know this Movie Pass thing, right?
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Made for the movie fan. Well, I think we're going to have to get used to this new subscription model of going to see movies. AMC has just released a new subscription service that may or may not be better than the Movie Pass.
Oh, shit.
Here's the deal with AMC's subscription service. You can watch 3 movies a week for $20 a month. That's 12 movies a month. You can even watch all the movies in the same day.
Oh, shit.
You have to space it out an hour. Movie Pass, 1 movie a day, $10 a month. All right?
Mm-hmm.
The AMC subscription service, will be able to use it for 3D and IMAX movies.
Right.
You can't do that with Movie Pass. With AMC, you can reserve your tickets and your seat on the app in advance, like everyone's used to now in Fandango. Movie Pass, you have to physically be at the theater, and you can only buy 1 ticket for yourself. The AMC subscription has no physical card. This is one of the major things customer service-wise Movie Pass ran into. That sometimes the cards didn't work. There was fucking issues. You had to call in. So no physical card, less technical issues. And then the one downside, of course, this is only at AMC theaters, obviously,
Right.
but they are the largest movie chain in the country, I believe, with over like 22,000 theaters. Movie Pass, and AMC does use Movie Pass. What do you guys think? What's a better deal? Now that I've given you the rundown, would you be interested in signing up for this? Because I think we're going to see more movie chains do this, and we're going to have to pick.
We are. We're definitely going to see the subscription model start to be a thing here.
I mean, I like AMC theaters, but they're not my favorite theaters.
They're not bad. I agree. I go between the Regal and the AMC. They're both nice.
Right. So it's like if I have to see a movie at an AMC, like the AMCs around me, they don't have like you can't pick your own seats.
Oh, they don't have all that shit?
No, they don't have and they might be switching to
That's
that.
some bullshit.
They might be switching to that, but they don't have them yet because the AMC theaters that I have been here for years.
Oh, they're old
new build.
school. Okay, so
Yeah.
they don't have the reclining seats and all that shit either.
No,
do they?
I think they might be going to that at some point.
God damn, you guys are way behind.
Well, I think they have one theater in the whole multiplex that has all that shit.
Yeah,
but you can't guarantee that you're going to be able to do that with every movie. So I would probably not use this, but I think it's a good idea. $20 a month
for 3 movies a week, 12 movies a
no
month.
one's going to ever fucking see 3 movies a week. There's nobody's going to.
I would try for a while, but you can't sustain that.
There's not even 3 things I want to see a month.
That's also a good point. But when it breaks it down, that's not bad. Anthony, you ever thought about any of these subscriptions? I mean, we go to see movies, not a lot,
Right.
but is it worth it at your level of movie watching?
At my level, no. I don't see movies enough to make this worth it, but
would you go more with?
I used to have a Stubbs card at AMC, so I was a loyalty guy.
They will roll all that shit into this too. You get discounts on concessions too.
Right. I'm done with that though.
Oh.
And the reason I'm done with that is because there's some good AMC theaters, but there's some not so good ones, and there's some good like ArcLight and Regal and other chains that are doing different things with the movie going experience that I've wanted to experience as well. Like the
40X, man. I got to find a 40X.
or getting served drinks while you're in there,
that shit is
meals,
tight.
all that stuff is cool. So I don't want to be confined to one theater. So Movie Pass for me still sounds good.
Yeah.
But AMC
maybe this will make Movie Pass better.
Right. But
Well,
AMC is putting some, I don't know which one's better, honestly, but I think AMC is making a good run at it.
So AMC is making it better, and Music Pass. I can't fuck. What am I saying?
Somebody touch my spaghetti!
The thing is, Movie Pass didn't nail it on the first try.
No, they had lots of issues. They've changed their pricing several times.
So AMC has sat back and they were studying it, and they were like, okay, here's where they're fucking up. Let's see if we can do this better.
Yeah, so one thing Movie Pass is changing for the better is they are going to let you buy a ticket for a friend. Great, but Business Insider also is reporting that Movie Pass is going to pull an Uber and implement surge prices for more popular movies. What are you doing, Movie Pass? You're just fucking yourself now. You did one good thing and then you just undid it. The best thing Movie Pass did is they're trolling AMC on Twitter by this tweet. Heard AMC theaters jumped on board to the movie subscription train. Twice the price for a quarter of the theater network and 60% fewer movies. Thanks for making us look good, AMC.
Oh, shit.
Pretty good. Pretty good chirping each other.
Here's Here's the thing about Movie Pass, though. I me's smart that it's funny that they're doing that.
Yeah.
But couldn't AMC theaters just be like, all right, fuck it. No Movie Pass here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So now they initially didn't want Movie Pass.
Right.
They finally accepted it. And the next tweet says, from Movie Pass, AMC has repeatedly disparaged our model as a way to discourage our growth because all along they wanted to launch their own more expensive plan. We want to make movies more accessible. They want more profit, but I don't know. I kind of like this AMC deal. I would try it out. If it was
priced a little bit more aggressively, it'd be better, but
$20.
$20, not that bad. It's like 2 movies.
It's not
if you're seeing 2 movies a month, one of my friends texted me immediately. He was like, I might do this. I'm like, if you see 2 movies a month, then it's worth it.
If you're watching in 3D IMAX, it's like 1.5 movies. Like one movie, you almost pay for the thing's paid for itself.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't like 3D.
IMAX, it can be nice though. So
IMAX
big.
is cool, not 3D.
IMAX is great because I'm getting old. My vision's getting worse, and I just show me the biggest fucking picture you have, please. Thank you.
I actually sit in the back of the theater because I don't like to strain my eyes. I like to see the whole picture really easily.
I forgot to ask you guys a couple of questions. First of all, favorite Ninja Turtle?
Oh.
Well, mine was Leonardo.
Okay, Ruggs?
I'm all about Raph.
Yeah, I always go with the cheesy Michelangelo pick because he had nunchucks, and I love nunchucks.
Nobody ever likes Donatello.
No, he's never positioned as the coolest character.
He's kind of like the
party he secretly has the biggest dick.
Well, he's like the party pooper, and then I like Raph.
Well, no, Leonardo's the leader, but he's also the white bread.
Oh, right.
But he's the leader.
Yeah.
Donatello's just the fucking nerdy inventor guy.
Yeah, Raph's got the worst weapons, but he can kick the most ass.
And he's got the biggest attitude.
Yeah, he's got a huge attitude, and I've always loved nunchucks. So like Michelangelo was my guy. Then the other question: favorite place to sit in the theater? Anthony Ruggs said in the back.
Oh yeah, I'm like.
Doesn't that tell you so much about us?
It does.
I'm last row in the back.
Like Imran likes Michelangelo because Michelangelo likes to party.
He's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Anthony is the leader, and
you can tell a lot about
attitude problem.
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell
how the
a
show
lot.
goes.
Listen, listener, if you want to know somebody, get closer to someone, just ask them who's their favorite turtle. You'll get to know a lot. It tells you a lot about the person. Anthony, where do you like to sit in the movies? Middle, back, middle, front,
back, middle, back. I'm not even like middle back. I'm like last row on the aisle back. Like I don't mind sitting on the side. I just like, or I'll sit if the movie theater has like 3 sections, right? I'll sit like middle side by myself.
Oh, in your own little section.
Yeah, just like with the row with like 5 seats, I'll sit in like right in the fucking middle.
I like middle to middle back, like right in the middle, right in the sweet spot.
Yeah, I'm in the middle back.
I'm not. I don't like being. I like either having like no one behind me, so that if people are talking, it doesn't matter.
I like no one in front of me.
If there are people in front of me talking, it's fine.
Okay.
But like middle back solves that problem, or just being in complete isolation.
Well, you guys buy your tickets because by the time the show posts, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, will be out and will probably be making shitloads of money. Rotten Tomatoes currently that has this movie at 54%.
Yikes!
What's the average critic rating?
5.7 out of 10.
Average movie.
So very average. And, look, for the listener, if you're a new listener this year, go back to episode 21 of the Jock and Nerd podcast in 2015 when we reviewed Jurassic World. And we'll probably, we're going to review this movie too, just to be consistent. And it's dinosaurs. And the early reviews don't make it sound like it's any better than the first movie. I got to be honest.
We will review it though, right?
But we will review it.
And I'm still excited to see this movie. I know it's going to suck.
Yeah.
The first one or this last one wasn't great.
Yeah.
But it was entertaining.
Look, I know now knowing after the first one, I'm just going to turn my fucking mind off and just go have a good time.
Well, that's the thing.
Just
you literally have to do that. Yes.
The first 3 were like, okay, the first one was good.
Great.
The second one wasn't too good, but then the third one kind of redeemed it a little bit. It wasn't as good as the first one, but it was better than the second one. You're like, okay, they're on the trend going up. Then the Jurassic World comes out, and you're like, okay, they're gonna go back to form. They're going to back to like how it was in the first one, and it was great visually with effects and stuff. But it was just
the heart isn't there, the soul isn't there.
Yeah.
Did you see the video I posted on Jock and Nerd Nation?
Which there was a whole other movie?
No, it was David Wilhelm.
Yeah, why these movies don't work?
Why the sequels don't work?
What was the gist of that? I started watching it.
Yeah,
and
the gist of it is the first one had the reason why the first one was so good is you had the awe of seeing dinosaurs for the first time.
Yep.
But then they flipped it to horror.
Yep.
So that they flipped. It was two different movies in one almost.
Yeah.
Once the first one's made, the awe is gone immediately. So you
can't
lose
do that
that.
again.
You can't.
Yeah.
You don't. There's never going to be any more awe.
Can't play that card. Yeah.
But they went straight to horror in all of these.
Yeah.
So that's lacking, is they don't have a pivot for that. The other thing is the first movie clearly establishes that, making dinosaurs is wrong, playing God is wrong. There's punishment for these bad decisions, but you can empathize with the humans because this is the first time they're doing this.
The first time you can empathize with them, yes.
But every subsequent sequel has basically ignored those mistakes and made the humans make the same exact mistake every time. They either go back to the island, they bring the dinosaurs back, or as in the case of Jurassic World, they redo the whole fucking park. So you can't empathize with the human characters anymore because they're immediately assholes and stupid.
How many things you got to make up to get these fuckers back on an island with dinosaurs?
Right. Stop going back to the island.
How about
this one coming up, David Wilhelm was like, is doing two of the things that we learned are wrong. They're going back to the island again.
Yes.
And they're they're bringing the dinosaurs back to civilization again.
We've had 4 movies saying, don't do this.
Yeah. Lost World told you this was stupid. Why are we doing this again?
I mean, a Jurassic World and this one,
they're going back to the hybrid dinosaur thing again that Jurassic World told us was stupid. So they're doing 3 things right off the bat that are dumb.
They're remaking the original movies way shittier.
Let's do all the stupid things again.
Yes.
So you're immediately, as an audience member, you can't empathize with the stupidity that's going on.
In fact, I'm going to go in rooting for the dinosaurs to eat all these fuckers. These people are stupid. They deserve...
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
They deserve to be eaten.
I'm still gonna watch the shit out of this.
I'm gonna watch it too. Yeah.
As much as I'm trashing it,
I'm rooting for the
dinosaurs. I
dinosaurs.
love me some dinosaurs.
I like the turn in the last one.
Yeah.
Where the dinosaurs are fighting each other, because I'm obviously a kaiju fan. It seems like more of the same, where they're gonna have the hybrid dinosaur and maybe
let them fuck each other up.
Yeah, dinosaur fuck ups. That's awesome.
And there's something about dinosaurs. People love fucking dinosaurs, and they always
they're real.
will. Yes, they are real. They were only around 1,000 years ago.
And they can be real again.
They were here.
This shit can happen.
Very recently on this flat Earth, we had dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs don't exist. They never existed. As Eddie Bravo would say, dinosaurs are for kids.
Also, Australia,
they're not real.
Australia doesn't exist, and everyone is a computer AI software that lives in Australia.
Why is it that we've only found all these dinosaur fossils within the last 200 years?
I don't know.
Oh shit!
I'm being completely facetious.
I can't believe there's people out there.
But they can actually make dinosaurs. I think they can, and they probably already have them. So
Adamorphs may have to fill us in, but I thought they were trying to replicate a woolly mammoth, like they found.
That is a thing that is happening. They're trying
if they
to
can
make
do
a
that,
woolly
what's
mammoth.
going to stop them from bringing back a fucking dinosaur? Holy shit!
It'll happen.
I mean,
it'll happen in our lifetimes.
Wow, we'll have an actual.
There'll be a fucking T-Rex somewhere.
Yeah, but we already know it's a bad idea. We've seen the movie. Don't do this.
You think that we just gonna not do something because it's stupid?
No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Look at us. Look at us.
Look at our whole country. We did a lot. We did things, and there's a lot of stupid things happening.
So, box office wise, Jurassic World opened to $208 million.
Oh shit!
Holy shit! They're estimating this one's going to open not as big, 130 to 140 million.
Right.
But again, like Force Awakens, we hadn't had a Jurassic World movie in a long time, and I think that was the main drive for that movie.
We didn't talk about, speaking of crazy fucking weekends, you didn't talk about the Incredibles weekend.
Well, we're saving that for the voicemail section.
Oh,
because it all ties in.
Are you guys seeing that?
I want to see it, but
okay. Look, we'll hold on. You're jumping ahead.
Oh, sorry.
All right, it's a tease.
It was a tease. Where we are going to talk about is a little bit of TV news. The other thing that is going to be out. That's a very
geek boner.
By the time this show posts, Luke Cage Season 2. It is live as you are listening to my voice, listener. Question to you guys. Will it crash Netflix again?
No.
No? The first one did, and this one's getting really good reviews saying it's better than the first season.
Well, that's not hard to do.
But, dude, the first half was really good.
Okay.
First half was good. Yes, I agree.
Fucking, I'm excited to see Bushmaster and Misty Knight with the robot arm and Mariah Dillard. We will have a review of that as soon as we get through those probably too many episodes, 13. I'll tell you one thing, it probably doesn't need 13 episodes. I'll tell you that right now. I haven't even seen it. And it probably is 2 episodes too long.
It might do it again. Just because of, there's a lot of hype around black creators and black superheroes. And if this is good.
This is a Venn diagram of multiple things crossing over.
I didn't know it was out. I didn't even know it was out.
That's true. I didn't know it was out.
It's it's kind of been a quiet
the hype
release.
Isn't there? Yeah.
That's a good point. But as things with Netflix, like people will discover it word of mouth. It's just gonna spread. But again, with Black Panther, people love the first one. I love anytime you combine hip hop and comics. They're doing that again. This thing has crazy audiences coming in. The comic fans, hip hop fans.
As long as it doesn't fall off during the midway point.
Well, yeah, at least
they don't create an awesome villain and then kill him midway through and then replace him with a shitty villain.
I have no faith that they are going to use the 13 episodes wisely. They haven't really done it yet. Maybe Deadpool season 2 got the closest. I don't think any other. Daredevil. Daredevil season 2 because
they're all too long.
They're all too long.
Yeah.
They're all too long. Other kind of insignificant TV news. Walking Dead. Shane's coming back, people.
Oh shit.
John Bernthal, speaking of Netflix and Punisher.
What's he doing back?
He's coming back for 1 episode for season 9. So this is the season they're gonna probably because they're probably gonna kill Rick. This is the season rumored where they're phasing out Rick. So maybe he's when he hallucinates, he sees him, he's dying. I thought they were just going to bring him back. Like, oh, Shane's back. He's going to lead the group now. What?
He's probably going to meet him in heaven.
The fuck are you doing this? Shane Walsh, or maybe it's Shane Walsh's twin brother, Tane Walsh. I don't know.
What the fuck?
But expect John Bernthal. And then other kind of related to Robert Kirkman. Ruggs, you like his comic Invincible? Robert Kirkman's Invincible comic book?
I read the first, year and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I stopped collecting it, and then I would get random issues here and there to try and catch up, and I never could catch up because evidently this dude wrote this big sprawling adventure that kind of has a beginning and an end and no status quo, and I love that idea. Have you ever read Invincible, Anthony?
No, I have not.
Okay, let me give you the quick
here's the rundown.
5 second. Here's the rundown. Basically, the issues that I read is basically this kid, teenage kid, normal kid, like nothing special about him, not like a popular kid, works at a burger joint. And one day he throws a bag of garbage and it goes he goes to throw it in the trash and it goes like to London.
All right.
And he's like, oh shit, my superpowers came. And you find out that he's the son of this universe's Superman. Superman with a mustache, I like to call him. Omni-Man or something?
Omni-Man is the alien. Mark Grayson is the name of the kid. The title ran 144 issues by Robert Kirkman, Ryan Otley. So when Kirkman left Amazon during Walking Dead and he left The Walking Dead to sell Skybound Entertainment to Amazon. They were going to make, this was a deal for content, and Invincible, it just got a adult animated series 8 episodes on Amazon. It's an hour-long series. It's going to be based on the comic. And the comic book, Ruggs, from what I understand, super violent.
It is, because one of the main things is, in the 11th and 12th issues, he finds out, his dad is, really an evil guy. And he fights his dad, and fucking, it's half the world gets destroyed.
Wow.
It's so fucking violent. And then I don't know why I stopped reading it at that point.
If you Google images of Invincible, you see a lot of these panels and covers, and there's just
this is going to be on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. They originally they were trying to make a movie with Universal with Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, but then when Kirkman sold Skybound to Amazon to develop these projects, this is perfect for Amazon. This sounds great. I can't wait. It's like a subverted, superhero Superman story.
It's a deconstruction.
Yeah. And
it takes all the tropes and switches them on its head. It's a cool comic, and I really am itching to read it all again because it ended.
Yeah, it's 144 issues, which is unlike The Walking Dead. That's still going, and Kirkman has no plans to ever end it. This is a complete thing.
I picked up issues along the way that were just random, but he starts out as a little kid and he ends up as a man.
Yeah.
And he becomes like a different person.
He grows. You follow this character.
Yes.
It's fantastic. It actually
he doesn't end up in the same place. Like all Marvel comics.
Right,
There's always
right,
the status quo returns.
Yep.
This it's a complete story and it ends.
I love it. And it recently ended in February of this year, Ruggs 144. I wouldn't want to check out the first trade, but I'm excited to see this more from Kirkman. Back when Walking Dead was good, he was doing good on that. I still read the comic book. I still enjoy the comic book. And there's some crazy shit going on in there.
It's been going on for like almost 20 years.
Yeah. The Walking Dead comic book has been going on for almost 20 years.
And Invincible too.
Yeah, which in itself is Invincible started when it started. In itself, that's a feat for independent publishers. January 2003, Invincible started. So that's pretty good. Last thing in our news section, and we don't usually talk about video games unless they're about Spider-Man.
Geek boner.
Which, if you followed the E3 news that just occurred, there's a new Spider-Man game coming out for the PS4. There's so much play footage, demo footage, like 20 minutes, an hour. And let me tell you what, I am so obsessed over a game I probably will never play or own because I don't have a PlayStation 4. But holy god damn, it looks fucking unbelievable.
Geek boner.
You know what it looks like?
Arkham Knight.
Yes,
which is great. That's
a great game.
I mean, it's Rockstar, so I believe they did.
Listen, the nation could pull together their money and buy you a PlayStation 4.
Nation, Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas. I'm a heathen Muslim, but I still appreciate. Honestly, dude, I watch this and I'm like, I really am considering.
Why is this
buying
suit
a fucking
like that?
PlayStation 4? I don't know. Apparently, there's different suits, but they explain it in the game and the story. Just swinging around New York City. The Spider-Man 2 game for the PlayStation was amazing. This is like that, plus a million times fucking better. Here's a couple of awesome things you could do in this game that you couldn't do before. You could do the upside down web hang. That's always fun just to hang out. Just like Tom Holland's Spider-Man in Homecoming, Spider-Man doesn't kill people in this game. Also, kind of like Batman in Arkham, right? He didn't kill in Arkham.
He's not really a killer in general.
He never killed. But in this game, when you knock someone off the building, you can climb over and he webs them to the building. You can go back later and get them and take them to the police and turn them in. This is how much detail. There's also a clip of him diving from the top of the tallest building in New York City, like Assassin's Creed, and just fucking falling, and you see, and it looks fucking amazing.
This should be the standard for how superhero video games are made. Yeah, Arkham Knight was the standard. Like that, like you need to have them in livable worlds where they can run around and do things.
Ruggs, do you have a PS4?
Of course.
Will you be getting this?
Yeah, without question.
What are your thoughts about this so far?
It looks really cool. I mean, the costume notwithstanding, like I wish they would didn't have to change his costume, but like I don't care. Like fuck it looks so good. Like it's worth playing. I
mean, pun intended, there are Peter Parkour type movements where he's doing fucking parkour jumps and shit. And I would just like swing around just for hours.
I think it's gonna be a fun game to play. Hopefully it's not on rails too much because I want to like explore the city and do Spider-Man shit.
This is another thing you could do. There is the main mission, and the voice acting is really good, and the missions are great. But there are instances where you're going by an alley and there's like a carjacking, and you can go and take care of that carjacking and go back on your mission. So there's little crime everywhere. The acting seemed great. The storyline, you see, there may be Sinister Six. Shocker is in there. And it's Mr. Negative. God damn, I wish I had a PS4. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely play this.
I got to shout out another game.
Okay.
We're talking about games.
Yeah.
Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, what's that about?
Well, have you never played Last of Us? That was ranked one of the best games of all time.
I've played it, yeah.
I've never played it. I'm going to look it up.
Zombie apocalypse game, basically.
Okay.
But really good story, really good acting, really good voice acting, just expertly done and great gameplay. Similar to this, where you're just kind of running around and doing things. Sort of, but it's a little more focused. You have missions. But Last of Us 2 is coming out, and I just want to shout that out. That it's fucking violent as hell. The game, The Last of Us. Yeah, I mean, it's zombies, but it's like real people too that you kill, and you like stab them in the neck and blood squirting out.
So it's like playing The Walking Dead.
Well, sort of. It's not necessarily zombies. It's that they become mutated.
Yeah, they become diseased,
but they act like zombies.
Right.
This game, I'm watching this gameplay, and he's sneaking around in the forest, and he comes up on this guy who is being hung while being stabbed by another guy.
Oh, that's a girl, actually. You're talking about
that's
a girl.
Yeah. Oh, the girl's creeping around. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Last of Us is the first game anyway. It's very heartbreaking.
It is.
It's a heartbreak. The whole fucking story is tragic, and you have to make these choices, and it's really like you have to hide a lot. It's a lot of like you got to sneak around these things because they're sensitive to sound or whatever.
Good jump scares like Resident Evil type scares.
Yeah. It's a survival game.
It's the same people. Naughty Dog is the developer.
Okay.
And they're the same people that made the Uncharted games, which are fantastic as well. So
they make really good animation as well, like the cinemas between the
cutscenes.
Yeah.
This looks gorgeous and really fun to play. You know what?
Those two games would make me almost pushing me to want to buy like a PlayStation 4.
I can't though. I just decided I can't have a PlayStation.
No,
I
you
can't.
You have too much.
I would never get anything done.
No, you can't.
There's no way. I can't have this. I will watch streams on Twitch though.
That's my problem too. Personally, is I don't have a PlayStation. Oh, I do have a PlayStation. I have a PlayStation 3, but my problem is when I play these like RPG games, I get so obsessed that I just stop eating. I stop sleeping. I just want to complete the game. So it takes like weeks off my life.
Dude, there's another part of this gameplay trailer. She's hiding under a car, and it's just like in a movie. There's someone walking up, and you don't know what's going to happen.
You're talking about Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, Last of Us 2. And then the person comes up to the car and crouches down and looks, and then she blows him away in the face. Like, that's frightening. Holy shit.
The whole Twitter buzz was not even about how great the gameplay was. The whole Twitter buzz was about two chicks making out.
Oh, in the game?
Yeah,
That's
in the
even
game,
better. All right.
People were freaking out about that.
Nice. What's wrong with that? What's the problem?
Nah, it
wasn't a problem
with it.
Yeah, it was just people were freaking. They were like, holy crap.
But I'm just like, that was the thing that everybody talked about, not the gameplay and all the other crazy shit.
Now it's worth $60. This has got a couple of little girl on girl action.
So the first one, I'll give you a quick rundown.
Yeah.
Because we're not a video game podcast, so I'm not assuming everyone knows this. The first one, you're this older guy that lost his daughter in the beginning of the film when when this outbreak happened. And then it's been like 15 years later, and you are tasked with basically taking this teenager who potentially is the cure for this disease across the country. And you have to fight off like,
and you got to protect the girl.
Yeah, and it's more of the story of them two bonding. Like she becomes his surrogate daughter. She is rebelling against him, and then gets to him. And now it looks like this next one
is her.
You're her now.
Yeah. Whereas
the first one you were mostly Joel.
How old was she in the first one?
Like a teenager.
Okay, she looks a little bit older. Like she's
older,
like a young adult.
Yeah, they've aged her a lot older. Aged her up. Yeah.
So then, what do you know? What's the storyline for this one? Do you know?
I don't know it. I didn't even know it was coming out until last week. So I only looked at the gameplay.
I think that they have like some kind of modicum of normalcy, and then
it starts like at a party, and they're like dancing.
Yeah,
and then shit happens, I guess.
Yeah, there's no. I'm looking at the Wikipedia, and there's no plot yet or anything.
All right, well, you'll find out when you play the game.
When is this coming out?
Spider-Man's coming out in September.
I don't know. This doesn't say when it's coming out, but it was featured at E3 as well.
Yeah,
that's sick. I have heard about this game. I've heard other people talk about it. Yeah. Good old E3. All right, well, that's it for the news. We're going to get to our mailbag section. We have a voicemail, but before we play that voicemail, Anthony and Ruggs are going to, they got a message, a little PSA about voicemails. You guys, I'm handing it over to you.
Sure. I'll start. I'll read 3 bits of feedback from the nation. So it's prompted by the nation.
Because this segment, look, this is your segment. The mailbag segment.
This is the nation segment.
This is the nation segment.
But there was some feedback on it. Jess Rivera quoted as saying, "Side note, can you stop the voicemails at the end of the show already?" And there was some dialogue about that. And basically he was saying voicemails from one particular listener keeps dragging the show down to the dumps.
I wonder who that is.
J.R. Flamin goes, "Keep the voicemails, just don't be the same. Don't be repetitive, same person saying same shit. I wish I liked my own voice that much." And Joe from work,
formerly Joe from work.
Yeah, formerly Joe from work, Joe Swintek, texted me and goes, "If I recorded a wet fart on SpeakPipe, would Imran play it?"
Oh shit!
Which was in response to the end of the end of the show being dragged down by particular voicemails. So, with that in mind, we appreciate all the feedback. First off, but keep in mind that it is up to our discretion to play these voicemails. So don't feel like we owe it to you. And that the reason for that is this is still a show. This is still entertainment. The show is about you guys, but it's also things we want to talk about. And if the nation is reacting negatively to particular voicemails and things that seem like they're not really either questions or comments, but more just bits or acts, that's not really what we want. We're not looking for people to take the time and record voicemails to just pump up themselves and have take up airtime, basically. And if so, Ruggs, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, basically, this is all Imran's fault.
I 100% take full blame.
Imran loves all the fans. Yes. He loves the Patreon fans. You send him something, he wants to show you his love. He's going to play anything that you send him, and that's what we've been doing. And at a certain point in time, we're like, okay, this might not be the best thing for our show because it's pissing off some people. Some people are not entertained by this. So now we're just going to make an effort to kind of edit or maybe not play everything and pick certain things. And let me just give you some tips.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Tips from Ruggs. This is very good.
Number one.
Write this down, listener.
Edit yourself. Be brief. Get to the point. If you're going to try and be funny, actually be funny. If we find it funny, we'll put it on there. Yes. You know our sense of humor. You know what we... So, if it's too self-aggrandizing or too long-winded or doesn't go anywhere, it's just like you saying weird shit, we might not play it. Even if it's somebody that has made a mistake in the past that gives us a good voicemail, we'll play the good voicemail. We just don't want to play bad ones. It doesn't matter, which is what we're going to play right now, I think.
The show still needs to be entertaining. And look, again, I take full blame because I've sent voicemails to podcasts and someone took time to record some shit and said, I love it, and oftentimes I will send them a speak pipe message back saying thank you, but the show also needs to be entertaining. We have to listen to the feedback. There is a fine balance, and now we have the Ministry of Voicemails to approve voicemails. This voicemail is approved by the Ministry of Voicemails. Here it is.
What's up, jocks, nerds, or however else you choose to identify yourself? Matty J here with the quick Incredibles 2 review. So the first Incredibles movie came out exactly 14 years ago when I was right smack dab at the age of 14, right in the throes of puberty with my young adolescent body just trying to figure things out. But anyways, super excited when they announced this movie coming out. How to go see it. Did not disappoint. Okay. Very funny.
Okay,
right there is where you went off the rails. Too many jokes about your adolescent body that weren't funny. You're doing a review of The Incredibles. Let's do it. Let's hear what your opinion is.
I like this. I like you analyzing the voicemail. Okay, carry on.
Go ahead.
Original cast was all in it, which was good to see. Baby Jack stole the show for me.
This is all great.
He has at least 17 powers in the movie, and he gets to show him off in a fight with a raccoon. That was pretty cute. He has laser beam eyes, telekinesis. He can teleport between dimensions. He can burst into flames, and he has like a baby Hulk mode. That was pretty cool to see. Overall, the movie was great. I'd give it an 8 out of 10 for sure. Villain was okay. Animation looked great. There's a quick Johnny Quest reference in there. Shout out to all the 90s kids who know what I'm talking about. Pretty sure nobody else in the audience got that, but I did, so pat me on the back for that.
Johnny Quest is way older than the 90s, first of all. Sorry.
Yeah. But you know what? That's something that he pointed out that he was very astute to get. Okay.
All right, you're doing good, Matt J. Miller.
Okay.
Overall, everybody was laughing. Everybody liked it. So go check out Incredibles 2 for sure. All right, quick World Cup update. I'm surprised you guys haven't talked about this at all. Pretty much everything going on in the world right now. So there's been a couple of big upsets. Mexico beat Germany. Senegal beat Poland. That was pretty big too. Of course, with soccer, there's been more flops than retirement community in Boca Raton, Florida. But what are you going to do? Also, there's a Volkswagen commercial that's pretty funny. Volkswagen saying how America missed the tournament, but hey, don't worry, you can root for us. It's pretty funny. I like that. Guys, lackluster show as always. Keep it up. Very drab. Love it. Matty J out. See you guys.
Talking nerd.
Much better.
Much better, so Matt Miller.
We can play something like that because I learned something.
So that's a good example. That's an example of an appropriate, approved voicemail.
All right. It's relevant to what we're talking about.
He contributed some content.
Yeah. And now we can talk about what he just spoke about, which is Incredibles 2.
Which is Incredibles, and I have a little bit about the World Cup. Incredibles 2, $182 million
shit.
opening fucking weekend.
That's almost,
good.
That's almost 200.
You know what, though? I have no desire to. I know it's a superhero movie, and the first one, I don't think I saw for like way after it came out. I kind of just discovered it.
What's funny about the World Cup, wow. Incredibles 2,
yeah.
Incredibles is a lot of people think that's the best superhero movie ever, too.
I mean, it's thematically.
And I have no desire to see Incredibles 2.
On paper, like if you think of the characters and the heart and the dynamics, the relationship, the action, yeah, it's like if it was live action, it would be fucking way even better.
If the bad guy wasn't so horribly designed.
Oh yeah.
Because he looks terrible.
Well, you don't like that style of animation at all.
I detest it. Yeah. I detest ugly,
yeah.
Making things look ugly and goofy so you can't like ever appreciate them as a piece of art.
And you also don't like when you get cute. So what do you like?
Yeah, I don't like Syndrome. No, because like cute is one thing, but ugly is just unforgivable.
I see. You know? I get you.
Like, it's just like, I want to own like, I want to go buy Syndrome, the figure, and I'm like, look at his ugly ass face. It's like, I don't know, I don't like it.
Wait till you see the Funko Pop of him, and so he looks totally cute.
Yeah,
I don't know. Look, I'll eventually go see this movie. It's great. I'm sure you probably. I'll see it. No, I'm not gonna. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna go see it. I will watch it on accident when it just comes on, if it's available.
I remember seeing the first Incredibles, and I must have just been too young to appreciate it because it never even registered for me. I still don't remember the plot.
It's a good movie. It's very exciting. The action
I would check it out again.
Okay, I'll check it out.
It's the best Fantastic Four movie that was ever made.
So,
that's what I've heard.
It really is. And like this sequel, 14 years between sequels. Apparently the movie picks up right where the last movie left off. And yeah, it looks fun. I love Pixar. I love Incredibles. I'm just going to wait till it comes on cable or something, or I can stream it. I'm not in a rush. Here, regarding the World Cup, sometimes in this world,
the biggest thing in the world right now.
It's the biggest thing in the world. America is not in it
because we're not in it.
I remember when America was like 8 years ago, was it?
The last one was 4 years ago. They're every 4 years in.
But they weren't in it. Were they in it last time?
Yes, they were in it.
Well,
this is the first time in a while that they haven't been in it.
Okay, so 8 years ago when they were in it, I remember watching it.
8 years ago.
Yeah, not the last. Was that 4 years ago?
4 years ago was Brazil.
Oh my God, Imran.
The point is...
Yeah, what are you getting at, Ray?
Jocks and nerds sometimes can't live in the same world together. Like, I get annoyed occasionally in the summer when I want to watch the new Arrow or Flash, and there's a fucking Cubs game on.
Shit.
What the fuck? Or sometimes basketball is delayed the show, and now it's on at midnight on Saturday. Whatever, I can still record it. Imagine for a moment, listener, and you guys, that they all decided that because the NBA and the Stanley Cup playoffs are so important, we're gonna delay all your big blockbuster movies until after that's over and release them in the UK first. Imagine that. How upset would we be?
That sucks, yeah.
Right? That's bullshit. Well, that is what's going on in the UK.
Oh, shit.
Usually Marvel movies open early in the UK, but because of the World Cup, Incredibles 2, Ant-Man and the Wasp are opening a month later. In the UK, Incredibles opened last Friday. It's going to open.
That's actually smart for them. They want to make more money.
July 13th. Ant-Man and the Wasp opens July 6th US. August 3rd for the UK.
I actually think that's strategic, as Rug Boy pointed out.
Because like those people take that shit, the soccer and shit. So
yeah, you're underestimating how big soccer is.
Yeah, I know it's big, but I know not everyone. I know it's going to be a small minority of UK geeks and nerds that are not into jock stuff and don't care about the World Cup and like I just want to see my fucking movie.
Here's the thing, Imran is. First off, you don't like sports.
Jocks win again. Exactly.
Well, you don't like sports, so you don't appreciate sports in general. And then you don't
care.
You don't care exactly. But I'm trying to put this in perspective. You already don't care about sports, and
correct.
Soccer is not a big thing in the U.S. anyways. So it's a double thing. You don't understand the appeal of sports, and you don't understand the appeal of soccer. In England, soccer, football is king. It is bigger than anything we like here in America in any sport.
I guarantee. I want one.
The world
UK
likes football so much more than we like any one sport.
That's true.
America.
The whole world, yes. Aside from us, which is very weird. So yeah, I can't put myself.
We participate in a ton of soccer
because it's boring to watch.
Right. It is. I mean,
it's
a great
like
1-0 game is not great.
Hockey game. It's a really large.
It's a bunch of people move the ball over there, but then they
something almost happened. Nothing happened.
That's why they scream goal for like 4 minutes, because that's the only thing that went on in the whole game. Just one goal.
I did it when America was in it, and I kind of got into it with some of my friends because they were in it. Like, we went to the bar at like early at like 8 a.m. It was fun.
It's fun.
The camaraderie.
World Cup is the only soccer that I will actually enjoy.
And I like the international, like all the different nations representing, everybody's getting into it. It is like, it really is like, unlike here where we called the baseball champion the world championship. Really? You played the world? Did you? Did you really? No, those people, they're playing the world. This is the best of the world. So that's kind of cool. But I want one UK listener who is a nerd, doesn't give a fuck. Scott Meridew, I'm looking at you. Write in and tell me you're on my side.
No, I think he watches soccer too.
Damn it, Meridew probably does. David Malofsky, let me know how it went over there.
He's an expat.
God damn it. I can't win. Okay, I got an email. One last thing from our buddy Gabe Bosco. Just wrote in today. He goes, hey guys, been a little behind on your shows, but last episode I listened to you guys were bashing on this new type of animation that's ruining all of our classic TV shows. I, too, am thoroughly disappointed with Teen Titans Go, but you need to listen to this song they made called Catching Villains. It's some serious fire. Keep it up. Much love.
I hope he's trolling.
Bosco, do you want to hear the song?
Not the whole song.
Gonna play it.
I'm going to play a little bit. It's actually not bad. I'm going to play a little bit of it.
Don't play a minute. Play just a segment.
You just yell when you want me to stop. It's from a website called Super Lame.
Super Lame.
There it is.
We ain't gotta keep this on the low. Don't do it fast, we can take it slow. Show you things that you ain't seen before. Before you go, you ought to know I won't be catching feelings, but she got me catching feelings. I can't be catching feelings, but she got me catching feelings. Pull up, now we cruising in the wind. She just couldn't wait to get out. She texting all of her friends, like look at the whip that we in. We coolin' for the weekend, drop the top and then we out. We do this every season. Sunshades on the sunny days, doing 80 and we switching lanes. Just keep it cool and chillin' with the babe. Don't call my phone, I hear what you say. Oh, what you say. We ain't gotta keep this on the low.
All right, yeah. Is there a more generic rap song that you've ever heard?
It's by a guy named
Switching Lanes.
Chizzy
like, come on,
Stevens.
Gabe, I don't know if you were trolling us, but that song's not good.
You know, I kind of like the beat.
I like the beat.
Yeah,
they got me catching. It's
the beat is good.
The lyrics is what lost me.
The lyrics are what, and I got to point this out.
Yeah,
the trend of, and this has been going on for a long time now, but the trend of rappers, I'm putting that in quotes because I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah, Chizzy
singing over the chorus with auto-tune is so bad.
It is kind of a generic-y kind of song,
and
I guess.
So
ultimately
played out that it needs to stop.
But for the Teen Titans Go young audience, they probably dig this shit. I will say the video is kind of adorable. It's this song. It's Beast Boy singing this to Raven, trying to impress her, driving around in a car.
I like that. It's a double entendre, catching villains. Sounds like a catching feeling.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just the guy that's doing it. The guy that's singing just doesn't have any swag at all.
I just don't like the lyrics.
It's a little generic. I mean, it is like, it sounds very contemporary, and the beat was good. The video was cute, but well, that's what we thought about the Thanks, Gabe, for sure.
That's not gonna get me go to the dark side.
I don't know if it's serious fire. It's a little tiny flame. I'll give it a little tiny flame. How about that?
There you go.
It's a sterno.
It's a little sterno flame that needs to. Yeah. It's not like Hulk's roaring fire.
Yeah,
it's like
it'll heat up the eggplant rollatini. That's it. That's about it.
It'll get your fucking eggplant cooking. All right, well, that's the show. Ruggs, where can the listener find you online?
You can find me on Facebook.
Yahoo!
On the Nerd Nation, Jock and Nerd Nation.
Jock and Nerd Nation.
And you can find me on Twitter at Really Rug Boy.
Right on. That's where you can find us too on Facebook and at Jock and Nerdcast. Interact, hang out with us. Buy some merch at our shop and tell a friend. Spread the geekery. Thank you for listening to the Jock and Nerd podcast. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the Jock.
He's the nerd.
We'll peep you next time.
You got me catching villains.
You got me catching villains. Like villains or villains. I don't know. It's kind of clever.
fuck up, I'm doing something.
Shut the fuck up, I'm doing something.
Talking nerd. You know what? I didn't. Hold on. I forgot to start recording this, but that's okay.
Oh, wait a minute! You forgot to start recording the podcast that we've been doing for the past 5 minutes.
Only in the cast.
Oh,
I have it over here. For the beginning, I will pull it from there. It's fine. No one will know. I was just like, I feel like
whenever I was just like, wait a minute.
I was like, I feel like I forgot something. Anyways, I'm gonna cut all that shit out.
Oh my god!
We gotta re-record the intro.
No, we don't have to re-record it. It's fine. That's why I have a backup. I'm a smart when I fucking fuck up sometimes.
I am a smart
man. Anthony, do you think this gives Wonder Woman